Welcome back, dear viewers, and moving on to Egypt's presidential elections 2024, which continued for 3 consecutive days from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Cairo local time, from Sunday till Tuesday. We've seen a high voters turnout, and we've seen a high representation of women, youth, and people of determination. And to talk more about the elections and the voters turnout, we're joined over the phone by Mr. Abdel, a journalist and political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, and hello to the dear viewers.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Rahman, we've seen a high voters turnout throughout the 3 days of the presidential elections that took place here in Egypt, and previously for the elections that took place abroad. How do you see this high voters turnout and the representation of the different categories of the society, women, youth, and also people of determination?
Well, more than 51 to 62% of the voters have participated in the elections, and that's a higher rate, more than any other elections we have witnessed. But it's the same average that we have witnessed since the beginning of the presidency of Mr. Abdel al-Sisi, when we started a new age, a new era of true participation in political life among the Egyptians, which differ totally than we have witnessed before that era. The Egyptians were never even think about participation in any elections for too many reasons. I believe that the Egyptians feel that the true measures and the most honest measures of the elections and the political operation give them hope that their vote count, and each and every Egyptian citizen's vote counts, and believe we have a true march towards a better political life that we are truly building right now. We are putting building the pillars of a better life politically, as well as we are building the new state for a better life economically, and even more hopes, fruitful hopes for all Egyptians. I believe the message delivered by the Egyptians to the President Abdel al-Sisi, that we are with you. We are soldiers, along with their own leader, the military leader of our own army, and we are, as Egyptians, I believe, I have always the feeling of being a civilian soldier in the army of best soldiers on earth, with their leader, Mr. President Abdel al-Sisi. We have true conflicts and dangerous conflicts all around us. We need to stand all together with our own leaders, shoulder by shoulder, to confront those conflicts as strong of a nation on the heart of one warrior, one leader. And of course, we have also confrontations within our country. We have a battle against the powers of old regimes that are trying to manipulate our march towards the future. We need to stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder, and build our own new state that can never be built without a fight.
Right. Well, sir, how do you explain the females' high voters turnout? Do you think that this female contribution in the political life in Egypt will lead to more discourse and more rights to be achieved by women in the Egyptian society?
Well, this is another dimension that we have only witnessed in the era of Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. The Egyptian woman feel that she has each and every right that the man has in political participation, and they feel that their voices really count, and they are true makers of decision politically. And I believe that equality in political participation gives the Egyptian new state a new face, a better face, a better horizon, and a better and a stronger message to the whole world that we are a very modern society and an equal society in political rights. And of course, that means we are developing the whole idea about being a nation that should be gathered, men and women, and each and every sector of the society to go on side by side, hand to hand, to build our own new country, inshallah.
Right. Well, sir, the National Elections Authority announced that the voting process went smoothly. Heavy security measures, of course, we've seen were applied. Monitoring organizations, 14 international monitoring organizations were available at the polling stations monitoring the election process. Also, local organizations were available. How would you like to elaborate on the smoothness of the voting process at the polling stations around the governorates?
Well, until this moment, I have witnessed no complaints, almost no complaints from the competitors of Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi or from the organizations that are monitoring the elections. I believe that mostly the operation has went in the most possible way, and I believe that the Egyptians felt it. I felt it myself when I went to elect and give my vote to Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. We have all felt that it's easy going operation, and also the competitors have felt it, and they had their free electing voices to go there and participate and give them the right. And of course, the organizations from abroad have witnessed the same. So we believe that our new elections in Egypt has made a new, better page in our political life that we need and we seek even more better pages to write for the new generations.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, 4 contestants were taking part in the electoral process: Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Farid Zahran, Hazem Omar, and Abdel Sanad Yamema. How do you see the difference between the programs that were presented by the different candidates, and how do you see the significance of this transparent electoral process?
Well, transparency of the measures of political operation and the elections are witnessed by the whole world. As for the difference between the programs between Mr. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's program and the other competitors' programs, we have this. I believe we have that this very important point here. Egypt is made of soldiers, and soldiers can only be led by a leader from the army. Especially that we have history in this, not only from 52 revolution, July 32, but also from our own ancient history. Only the military king, the king who is a leader of the armies, who go through the wars himself, as well as he rules the nation, has built and rebuilt this country over and over again.
Yeah.
I believe also that I have some not positive remarks about what we have the civil stream in our country. They are attached to more Western agendas than patriotic agendas, than the Egyptian agenda that we are seeking to build our country upon. We need our own identity in our way of ruling our country. We need a new constitution built on our own identity, not on the French laws or the foreign identities. We need to seek that identity politically too, not only culturally or as a society. We need a new vision based on our own ancient coming history and what I may call it, the coming history of this nation. Build our own history, our own nationality, our own identity, our own vision that is different from the whole world, that are the roots of civilization in to the whole nation. We deserve to build our own country with our own hand, with our own vision, with our own identity, and not as some politicals and politicians may say. They have their visions based on Western visions. I believe this is a difference between a leader that belongs to our own nation and our own soldier, our own army, and other politicians that only see our futures through Western eyes.
Right. Mr. Abdel, do you think the 2024 presidential elections is a major step towards the country's path towards democratic transformation, party pluralism, and political competitiveness?
Well, I believe that this election, that free elections we have witnessed again, and we have never seen any free elections in this country until we had the presidency of Mr. President Abdel. This is a very important pillar to build the future and to build a better political life. As I have witnessed, I say it again, we need to build our own political life, measures on our own identity, of our own culture, our own way, the very Egyptian, the very Misrian way to build our own political career and our own future as a country. We need to stay away from the Western agendas, from the Western laws, the Western vision of building a country. Mr. President has the ability to build this country and rebuild it again. And the main aspect that he has declared is the new state. It's not just a cliche, we say. It's the deep meaning of this word, new state politically, new state economically, depending on our own hand, our own economy. We have witnessed that meaning very strongly in the political and the diplomatic and the Western, the foreign ministers and the foreign policy that we have built in this era. That we have the balance, the true balance between our relations with the West and the East. We are not belonging to the East anymore, and we are not accounted to the East like before. We are seeking our own best interests to protect our own national security. And we have strong relations with the East and the West, in the whole world, based on these terms. On the other hand, we are building our own country, building our own military industries with the slogan "Made in Egypt." Made in Egypt. That means each and every branch of our life, politically, economically, militarily, even in our relation with the whole world.
I would like to thank you very much, Mr. Amr Abdelrahman, a journalist and political analyst. Many thanks for your insight. And dear viewers, that brings us to the end of this edition of Cairo Local Time. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the top stories that will be coming up in a moment.